Once upon a time, a simple farmer named Thomas lived a humble life. Every day he tended to his chickens and goats, working hard under the sun. One day, while collecting eggs, Thomas stumbled upon a sight that made his heart skip a beat. There, nestled in the hay, lay a gleaming golden egg. Thomas couldn't believe his eyes. He picked up the egg, its weight unfamiliar and exciting. Hesitantly, he took it to the town's goldsmith, who confirmed its worth. It was pure gold. From that day on, Thomas eagerly awaited each morning, for the goose laid a golden egg every single day. His life changed. Thomas bought new farming equipment, renovated his old barn, and even purchased a small plot of land next to his farm. He was, however, careful not to reveal his secret to anyone, cherishing the goose that brought him such fortune. As time passed, Thomas's newfound wealth began to change him. He grew impatient. One golden egg a day, which was once a miracle, now felt painstakingly slow. He started dreaming of grander things, a bigger farm, a luxurious house, and maybe even a fancy carriage. The once content farmer was now consumed by an insatiable greed. He yearned for more, and he yearned for it fast. The goose, once his prized possession, now represented a slow and agonizing path to his desires. One day a dreadful thought crossed his mind. What if the goose has a whole stash of gold inside? This thought took root in his mind, growing stronger with each passing day. His desire for immediate wealth overshadowed his gratitude for the miraculous goose. He convinced himself that sacrificing the goose for a potential fortune was the quickest way to achieve his dreams. Blinded by his greed, Thomas decided to take matters into his own hands. He ignored the gentle clucking of the goose, the soft rustle of its feathers, and the quiet wonder of a golden egg appearing each day. His heart, once filled with joy, was now heavy with avarice. One morning, Thomas grabbed the goose, its startled squawks echoing in the barn. Ignoring the animal's fear and his own conscience, he carried it towards his workbench. He picked up a sharp axe, the metal glinting ominously in the morning light. With a heavy heart and trembling hands, Thomas prepared to commit an unthinkable act. He justified his actions, whispering to himself about the countless gold eggs he would find. His mind, clouded by greed, could no longer see the folly of his actions. Driven by his insatiable greed, Thomas brought down the axe. The goose, unable to escape, let out a final heart-wrenching squawk. Breathless and filled with a mixture of dread and anticipation, Thomas dropped the axe and eagerly tore open the goose's belly. But instead of shimmering gold, all Thomas found were guts and bones. The goose, his source of wealth, his golden miracle, was gone, and in its place there was nothing but emptiness. The realization hit Thomas like a bolt of lightning. He had destroyed the very creature that brought him fortune, blinded by a greed that promised him the world. His dreams of a bigger farm, a luxurious life, all shattered. He was left with nothing but regret, standing in the midst of his ruined hopes. His greed had cost him everything. The story of Thomas, the farmer, and his golden goose serves as a powerful reminder to us all. Greed, like a silent poison, can corrupt even the purest of hearts and blind us to the value of what we already possess. It reminds us that true wealth lies not in amassing riches overnight, but in appreciating the gifts we receive, however small or gradual they may seem. It teaches us that patience and gratitude are virtues far more valuable than any amount of gold. The empty goose stands as a symbol of the consequences of unchecked greed. It is a stark reminder that when we let greed dictate our actions, we risk destroying the very source of our prosperity and happiness.